Hey IELTS learners, welcome back to the Vocab Booster series, the place where we take key vocabulary and phrases from our main episodes and show you how to use them confidently in your own answers. Today we're diving into our museums episode. It's packed with language you can use for all sorts of topics, not just museums. Let's get started with some everyday, natural phrases from the episode. I'll walk you through 5 of them. Phrase 1. Once in a blue moon. This means very rarely. Something you do only once in a long while. In the episode, Joseph said, I might go once in a blue moon, usually if I'm with friends or there's some event going on. You could say, I eat fast food once in a blue moon. Or, I only visit art galleries once in a blue moon. Instead of saying not often, use once in a blue moon. It sounds natural and adds colour to your response. Phrase 2. Not my thing. This one's short but powerful. When Joseph said, it's not really my thing, he meant it's not something he enjoys. You can use it in any topic about preferences. For example, you could say, camping isn't my thing. I'd rather stay in a hotel. Or, cooking is my thing, but cleaning up afterwards definitely isn't. It's perfect for part 1, where you need to sound genuine and conversational. Phrase 3. Kind of grounding. You heard Ivana say that visiting museums is kind of grounding. What does that mean? It means the activity gives you a strong sense of calmness and stability. It centers you. It pulls your focus away from your busy life and reminds you of a larger reality, whether that's history, nature, or just the physical world around you. You could say, spending time in nature is kind of grounding. It helps me switch off. Or, reading about history can be grounding. It puts modern life in perspective. It's a lovely, reflective phrase. Great for showing emotional awareness in your answers. Phrase number 4, catch my eye. We heard Ivana use it. I usually go if there's a new exhibition that catches my eye. This phrase means to attract one's attention, or to look visually appealing. Essentially, it's something that immediately looks interesting to you. You could say, that bright poster really caught my eye. Or, a painting caught my eye as soon as I walked in. Use it to describe anything visually appealing, like art, travel destinations, or even fashion choices. Phrase number 5, walk someone through. This phrasal verb is extremely practical. It means to explain something completely, step by step, in a clear and simple way. For example, the tour guide walked us through the history of the museum. Or, my teacher walked me through how to write a proper essay. You can also use it for training experiences like, when I started my new job, my supervisor walked me through the whole process. It's a friendly, reliable phrase, great for describing lessons or anytime someone helped you clearly understand something complex. So, those were 5 everyday, natural phrases you can use in your IELTS answers. They're simple, flexible, and perfect for sounding fluent in part 1. Now let's move on to some topic-specific vocabulary from the episode. These words will help you talk more precisely about art, history, and culture, and make your answers more detailed and interesting. I'll walk you through 6 key words. Word number 1. Exhibit. An exhibit is a single item that's displayed in a museum, a painting, a sculpture, or an artifact. In the episode, Joseph mentioned, a lot of the exhibits felt repetitive. You could say, my favourite exhibit was the huge dinosaur skeleton. Or, the museum had several interactive exhibits for kids. Just remember, exhibit is one item. The whole event is called an exhibition. Word number 2. Exhibition. Ivana said she visits museums when there's a new exhibition that catches my eye. An exhibition is a collection or event that showcases different works or objects. For example, there's a fascinating photography exhibition at the National Gallery this month. Or, the Science Museum is holding an exhibition about climate change. This is perfect for talking about cultural events, art, or tourism. Word number 3. Artifacts. Joseph used this when describing historical museums. He said they often show artifacts and old photos. Artifacts are old objects made by humans, things like tools, pottery, jewellery, or weapons. You might say, The museum displayed ancient artifacts from the Roman Empire. Or, these artifacts help us understand how people lived thousands of years ago. It's a strong word for history or culture topics. Word number 4. Interactive. Joseph also mentioned that some modern museums are more interactive. That means visitors can take part, touch, play, move things, or use technology. You could say, I prefer interactive museums because they make learning more fun. Or, the exhibition had interactive screens where you could design your own artwork. It's a great adjective for describing modern experiences in education. Word number 5. Relics. This one's similar to artifacts, but usually more ancient or sacred. Relics are objects that have survived from the past, often with historical or religious value. You might say, the temple contains relics from the 12th century. Or, some museums preserve cultural relics to protect national heritage. It sounds slightly more formal, which can help you show range in your vocabulary. Finally, word number 6. Installation. Ivana mentioned modern installations and digital art. An installation is a piece of modern art designed for a specific space, sometimes using lights, sound, or movement. For example, the museum features a digital installation that reacts to visitors' movements, or I love installations because they mix technology and creativity. It's a contemporary word, perfect if you want to sound up-to-date and sophisticated. Let's quickly review our 6 topic-specific words: exhibit, exhibition, artifact, interactive, relic, and installation. Using these words naturally will make your Part 1 answers about museums more precise, detailed, and interesting. They're also great for showing confidence in your vocabulary when you expand into longer responses. Now let's switch gears and explore some descriptive and reflective language from the episode. This kind of language helps you sound thoughtful, engaged, and articulate. Perfect for adding depth and detail, and making your responses more vivid and natural. I'll walk you through 5 examples that came up in Joseph and Ivana's answers. Phrase number 1. Get a sense of. Ivana used this when she talked about reading descriptions in museums. I like taking my time, reading the descriptions, and getting a sense of how people lived or thought in the past. Get a sense of means to understand or feel the general atmosphere or meaning of something. You could say, walking around the old town, I got a sense of how people lived 100 years ago. Or, visiting that gallery gave me a sense of the artist's emotions. It's a very natural, reflective phrase that works for both culture and daily experiences. Phrase number 2. See the bigger picture. Ivana reflected on museums helping visitors understand connections across time. Museums really help you see the bigger picture, how everything's connected across time and place. This phrase means to understand the overall situation, or context, not just details. For example, studying history helps me see the bigger picture of how society develops. Travelling abroad lets you see the bigger picture of different cultures. It's great for showing analytical thinking in your answers. Phrase number 3. Brings the past to life. Ivana described her favourite historical museum as something that really brings the past to life. This means it makes history feel real and vivid, rather than distant or abstract. You could say, visiting the ancient castle really brings the past to life. Or, the documentary brought the scientist's work to life for me. It's an expressive phrase that adds emotional depth to your descriptions. Phrase number 4. Cultural appreciation. Ivana said, there's a real cultural appreciation for museums, and they tend to get pretty crowded during holidays or special exhibitions. Cultural appreciation means understanding, valuing, or enjoying the customs, history, or art of a place. You might say, travelling abroad increased my cultural appreciation of local traditions. Or, reading about different countries develops your cultural appreciation. It's a formal but natural phrase, perfect for showing maturity in your answers. Word number 5, engaging. Both speakers highlighted this word. Joseph said, Some museums are starting to include interactive sections, which I think makes them a bit more engaging. Ivana agreed, highlighting that interactive sections and activities make museums more engaging. Engaging means interesting and holding your attention. For example, the guided tour was really engaging. I didn't want it to end. Or, the workshop was engaging because we got to try everything ourselves. It's short, simple, and adds polish and positivity to your descriptions. So, to recap, our 5 pieces of descriptive and reflective language are: get a sense of, see the bigger picture, brings the past to life, cultural appreciation, and engaging. These help you add depth and colour to your Part 1 answers, making your responses sound more natural, thoughtful, and expressive, just like Joseph and Ivana. Try practicing them in your own answers, and you'll notice how much more confident and fluent your speaking becomes. And that's it, our Full Museum's Vocab Booster. Thanks for tuning in to the Vocab Booster series. I'll see you next time.